Greetings. The poem I bring you today is by Alfred Tennyson, and it is about death in a very comforting way. Tennyson had an episode in his life where he lost a friend when he and that friend were very, very young, and he had a hard time getting over it. So anything that he writes about death is kind of a comfort to him, or a way of coming to an acceptance. And so this particular poem, this shorter poem, um, deals with an unusual image, and that is the whole idea of the tide going in and out. Tennyson saw death as getting back on a ship that you took into life and you take back out, and the pilot is waiting to take you home when the time comes. And as many people in science will tell you, that in order to get a ship out to sea, you have to get past the sandbars. And many people will also tell you that when the tide goes in and out, especially when it goes out, it often makes a moaning sound. And so he used that moaning sound to equate the grieving and the crying, the mourning that people do when someone close to them dies. And so as you listen to this poem and you hear the moaning of the bar and you hear about the pilot taking him home, you have to think about this as a comforting way to look at death. There's nothing easy about it. It's not easy for you to face your own death, and it's extra difficult for those left behind to deal with the death of a loved one. And I think that's been happening a great deal during this crisis, and in unusual and more painful ways than under normal circumstances. But anyway, this is called Crossing the Bar by Alfred Tennyson. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark. May there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. That's a comfort, I think. Nothing easy about death, but knowing that Alfred Tennyson he grappled for literally years with this death that he just could not understand, couldn't come to terms with. So this particular poem is an important look at death, a good way to look at it, that you're just going home. Poets like that idea, and I do too. Hope that you don't have to face anything like that anytime soon, your own or your loved ones, but if you do, I hope maybe that you can think about this poem and it will bring you some comfort. So, Crossing the Bar by Alfred Tennyson. See you next time.